So the weekend box office. This was a massive, massive one. We'll get into that a bit, but I'll run through the results. Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So in number 1, we have the Super Mario Brothers movie. That opened to 146.3 million. John Wick 4, 14.6 million. Dungeons and Dragons, 14.5 million. Air, 14.4 million. And Scream 6 is still in there with 3.3 million. So, James, I know you got a lot to say, so cracking.
Cracking. Yeah, man, this weekend blew me away. I've put out the results on our website, so if you want like a little bit of a more specific analysis, then go ahead and take a look at that, moviegames.com. As for now, yeah, no, this weekend blew me away. This is one of the weekends that no one sees coming. Like, you had all the industry projections, you had people just randomly guessing it, and the studio expectations. It blew all of that out of the way. In terms of what I predicted at the start before we started getting in Wednesday and Thursday results, because it was a 5-day opening. I thought it'd be 90 million over the 3-day weekend.
Is this Mario?
Yeah, for Mario, yeah. And it was 146.3, which I had changed after seeing Thursday to 146. So I was pretty bang on with that. But, you know, I wouldn't have known that without seeing how big Wednesday and Thursday were, which I think was like 32 and then like 27. And so the 5-day opening is like 204 million, and which is fucking heaps for one. That's just in the US alone. But in terms of its 146 million opening weekend, that is the second largest weekend domestically behind Incredibles 2, which was like 180. So it's very impressive across the board. In terms of globally, that movie was 377.
It's huge.
That's the biggest for an animated movie ever. Despite it is a 5-day opening compared to other ones that have been like 4 days or 3 days. Depends on international release dates and all that stuff, but statistically, that holds the record now. The cinema score for it was A, and they have very good indicators of legs. Minions had really good legs, and that was an A cinema score.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because that movie's not good, and Mario's not good either. So I don't know how they are.
Kids,
A's.
bro.
Kids giving them the A's. So this movie, I think, can hold on a while. It might be the biggest box office movie of the year. Right now, I'd predict this movie is going to be about 1.1 to 1.35 billion in total. So get ready for the Nintendo video game cinematic universe. It's coming.
It's funny because I've seen photos of that.
Yeah, it's going to come. Yeah, I mean, like you see the success from this, and then they'll just get all the big franchises, probably mix them together as well.
In one big Super Smash and Bros event.
Yeah, in terms of John Wick, it's like I said last week, you know, it's going to stabilize third weekend, drop 48%, as I thought. So that was pretty good. Dungeons and Dragons, 61%. That's tough. Hopefully it can stabilize third weekend and beyond, but otherwise it's looking to make under 100 million in the US. Not good for a $150 million budget movie. But yeah, it did very well.
It did.
It did 20 million over the 5 days, which is more than expected. Obviously, with the March Madness NCAA tournament in the US, the college tournament, it used a lot of promotions and marketing in that. So capitalize off that, good word of mouth, and I think going to the NBA playoffs, it's going to really help keep that movie having a good lengthy run. But that movie has a budget of 70 million.
Damn.
Yeah. But I did a bit of reading on it because it doesn't feel like that at all, does it? Like,
no.
Feels like a 15 to 20 million.
Yeah.
A small contained movie.
I wonder why it's so much.
It's because this movie was never intended to be released in theaters. So it was intended to be released on just Amazon Studios platform, Amazon Prime. And usually with studio movies that are going to theaters, in terms of paying cast and crew, there's a lot of incentives and stuff like that in terms of if it makes this much at the box office, you get this much here and stuff like that. But with streaming movies, they kind of just paid in full, just a flat rate. So that's where all the money's gone towards in terms of the budget here.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you think of this weekend?
You pretty much wrapped it up nicely.
Yeah,
I didn't even expect Mario to hit the numbers that it reached.
it's crazy.
So when you told me, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's real surprising.
Mm.
I'm liking this like little 3-way battle between John Wick, D&D, and Air right now. It's all like 100 like
Neck
less
and
than
neck,
each other.
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how if it like keeps it up that way.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just estimates at this point. The actuals tomorrow could actually switch that order around.
That's true.
Yeah. But nah, I mean, moving forward, it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes out.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.